Divination is about precisely foretelling one's written destiny. Over-embellishing that fate only leads to misconception.
Hello everyone, welcome to Sunday's Genshin Impact stream. I will be doing the Miko story quest today, and we'll see what else after that. I may not do anything else, but we will see. But I know I need to go here. Okay, yeah. Horn may join us today. Not 100% certain. He may be passed out. I know I wanted to nail out the last of the early story quest for now. Horn has been working on getting my Mona up, so we'll play her today.
Been to the Yai Publishing House in a while. Paimon wonders if they have any new books in. The one we read with A that time was pretty cool.
Oh shoot. Right.
Come on, this is a no-brainer, man. There's only one thing worth wishing for, and that is a ton of Mora.
But the exam's next week. If I fail again, I'm seriously done for. I'm better off wishing that my exam goes smoothly.
It's just an exam. Trust me, there's no problem you can't solve by throwing Mora at it. If it doesn't work, then just keep throwing till it does.
No.
What are
That's a
they
bad idea.
arguing about? It's quite a spirited
Money doesn't buy
debate.
happiness.
Huh? Really? You guys don't know?
Know
You need
what?
but stand on this land at midnight, lower your head and recite a special incantation, then your wish will come true.
Oh. Is this from a novel?
Looks like you guys really aren't in the loop. This, my friends,
Apparently
is the
not.
next big thing. A highly effective wish ritual guaranteed to make your wishes come true.
Oh, cool.
A wish ritual? That actually works?
It does not sound credible.
Right? Even Paimon knows that's just not how the world works.
I didn't believe it at first either, but
Oh.
that changed when it worked for someone I know.
Oh, really?
It's this guy called Kunihiko.
Ooh, love
He's
the background.
practically always been unemployed, wastes his days away, and he owes a lot of money. Like a lot. But get this. I don't see him for a few days, and suddenly I find him dressed to the nines and
The nines.
feasting at a high-class restaurant.
Sounds
I
like
heard
a
it directly
scam.
from him. He used this wishing ritual, and the next day he woke up to find his whole bed filled high with Mora.
Yeah, sure. That's exactly
The
what
whole
happened.
bed was filled with... Wow!
Yeah, Paimon, calm down.
Of course, I'm sure the part about waking up lying on a bed of Mora is a bit of an exaggeration.
Oh, absolutely.
Whether you believe it or not, it's not exactly a difficult ritual.
Hmm?
It can't hurt to give it a try, right?
If you're
Yeah,
still
sure.
feeling skeptical, just ask around. There are a lot of very compelling stories going around these days.
Oh, I will.
Really? Well, come on! Let's go ask around right now, shall we?
Yeah, why, Paimon? Why the sudden urgency?
Well, if it really is true, then just think of all the Mora Paimon could...
Oh, really?
Oh, and you'd
mhm.
finally be reunited with your twin, too. Let's go!
I told you, Mora cannot buy happiness or fix problems, you silly little Paimon. Alright. I love this ability. Or the dash.
On closer inspection, it seems like there really are a lot of people talking about this kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, see those two?
Yep.
Paimon remembers them from the Yai Publishing House. One's
Really?
an editor and the other's an author.
Grasp the thought in mind. Clear like the light of the moon.
Yeah.
As close as kin with you. No, thou. Wait, thee? Hear my summons, right?
Right. This guy doesn't know what he's talking
no,
about.
it's not hear my summons, it's heed my summons. Heed.
Oh, he.
You're
Must
never
be the
going to get
ritual.
it down at this rate.
Hey, what are you guys up to?
Yeah, what are you up to?
Sheesh, you scared me.
I did.
Okay. Okay. Where did I leave off with the incantation again?
Incantation? Are you guys trying out this new wishing ritual stuff too?
Yeah, looks like they are.
Junkichi is trying it out, to be specific. He's hit a bit of a creativity block recently, so I'm helping him make a wish so that he can move past it.
Oh, I see. I didn't think you guys believed in this kind of thing.
I mean, I obviously don't, but Junkichi never listens to an outside opinion, so all I can do is go along with it.
Mr. Shigeru, can you please be a little more accommodating? This
Hey.
is extremely important to me.
Oh, is it?
People
Why?
have had all kinds of wishes come true. Become more attractive, get rich quick, ace their studies. I'm just a poor, struggling writer looking to get over a creative hurdle. Is that so much to ask?
Oh, oh my
Anyway,
goodness.
I just
Use your
know this
brain.
is going to work. I have a gut feeling about it.
Oh, I have a gut feeling it's
Didn't you
not gonna
say
work.
the same thing when you went to make your wish at the Grand Narukami Shrine? Oh, I just know this is gonna work. I have a gut feeling about it.
The Omamori from the shrine take too long to have any effect on your luck. All right, enough of that. Help me get this incantation down. My new book depends on it.
Oh, does it?
Look, to be completely honest, I think you need to sit down and have a good think about what kind of story you want to write.
Oh,
Where's
absolutely.
all that self-confidence you had when you first started out?
Yeah,
Look
this
at you
guy
now.
has the
Trying
right of
dubious
it.
methods from any old light novel.
If you actually want to write down a story, you have to be determined. You can't just like
This
luck
wishing ritual
guide you.
comes
That's
from a
pathetic.
light novel?
Yep, it's from the one called A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits.
I've heard of that. I mean, is this published by yeah, Miko basically? Publishing house?
No, it's most likely a self-published title. It just appeared out of nowhere and took Inazuma by storm.
I
As a
see.
fellow writer, I'll refrain from passing comment on how well the story is written.
Oh,
but
you're just
everyone
jealous.
is saying the wishing incantations it contains are the real deal.
Oh, really?
Look, Junkichi, yes, everyone's saying it's real, it works, but that's
Yeah.
only half the story.
I
I've
bet.
also heard lots of people saying that everyone who's had their wish granted using this method starts behaving strangely.
What's
There's
so
zombies.
surprising about that? They're probably just giddy with joy at having their wish come true.
They're being controlled.
Starting to sound a little suspicious.
Yeah, I agree with
Why don't
Paimon.
we go to the Grand
Sus.
Narukami Shrine and ask Yaimiko about it?
Yeah, we
She's
will.
the expert when it comes to both light novels and the supernatural.
Yeah. Miko, we're coming after you. Arr. No. Teleport. Alright. Hey, Miko.
Miko! Great, you're here!
Well, hello there, young ones. What brings you to the shrine?
Young ones.
It just so happens that I have a wonderful novel here.
Hmm.
I highly recommend it.
We'd like your expert input on something, if you don't mind.
Oh? Well, what did you want to ask?
Well, we were just... actually, you look kind of busy. Is this a bad time?
No, not at all. It's nothing major.
Lady Guji, what do you mean nothing major? I'm begging you, you've got to help me save my brother.
Yeah, what happened?
It really is nothing major. I stand by that. Oh, but since you're so curious, let's have him relate the story one more time, just for you.
Oh, okay.
You two seem to have a good relationship with Guji-ai.
We do.
Please, put in a good word for me. You have to convince her to help my brother.
Why?
Here's what happened. My name is Kato Yohei. My brother is Kato Shingo. All he's
Why
ever
different last
wanted
names?
is to become
Oh
a
wait,
sword
same
master.
last name.
So he once asked Sensei Domon of the Meikyo Shisui art to take him on as a disciple.
Ah,
Domon
very nice.
turned him away.
Aw.
Took one look at him and said he didn't have what it takes to train in the art of the sword.
He probably
But my
didn't.
brother wasn't about to resign himself to defeat. He trained every day as hard as he could, and finally proved himself by defeating one of Domon's best disciples in a duel recently.
Oh, that's
But since
fantastic.
his victory, he's been acting extremely strange.
Oh, it's one of these
It's
things.
like he's become a completely different person. The
I
doctors can't
wish.
find anything wrong with him, so I'm betting it must be the work of an evil spirit. That's why I'm here, begging for Guji-ai's help.
Ah, what a coincidence.
You know, there really aren't as many evil spirits lurking around as you seem to think. Your brother achieved the goal he'd been striving toward for as long as he can remember, and now it's gone. It's only natural that he feels a little empty and lost while he's trying to find a new direction. If it were me, I'd just leave him be for a couple of days. He'll recover on his own soon enough.
Oh, will he? He maybe
No,
not.
Lady Guji. If you saw him for yourself, you'd know. I guarantee you, he's not acting like someone who feels empty and lost.
Ah.
Oh, all right. Then tell me, when did your brother spar with Domon's disciple?
About 5 days ago.
5 days ago, you say?
Yes, Lady Guji. That's a long time for him to be acting up like this. I'm really worried about him. Our greatest wish is to one day found our own school, just like Domon. We can't jeopardize that dream now.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait a minute, now I'm a little confused. Are you here to save your brother, or are you here to make your dreams of founding a martial arts school come true?
Both.
Well, they're kinda two sides of the same coin, aren't they?
Whatever. Let me ask you this. Have you heard of any interesting new rumors lately? If so, I'd love to hear about them.
Oh, I got one.
What? Rumors? I haven't heard anything.
He's lying.
Oh dear. Well, that's too bad.
Lady Guji, please stop changing the subject. This is someone's life we're talking about here. Please, you've gotta help me.
Or
Miko,
she's behind
he
it.
seems really desperate. His thing with his brother sounds really bad.
Yeah,
Come on, you should help him.
he looks very pitiful.
Okay, fine. Then it's decided.
Yes. Can I talk to you?
Hey, Miko, so you're gonna help him?
Kato, whatever your name was, these two guests are trusted acquaintances of mine, and in fact, they are experts in resolving all manner of strange and supernatural phenomena.
I am.
Exorcisms and that sort of thing are all in a day's work for them.
They are.
Yeah. Wait a sec.
Paimon, you fell for it.
Really?
Is that hesitation that I detect in your voice?
It is.
So let me get this straight. You come begging to me for help, I actually recommend someone for the job, then suddenly you start doubting me?
Oh.
Not at
yes.
all. Never. Whatever Lady Guji says, I trust wholeheartedly. Thank you two for your willingness to help.
Yes,
Please
we are
follow
awesome.
me.
Wait, what? I don't want to move.
No, hold on a hot second, Miko. We may be a lot of things, but we ain't exorcists.
Yes, we are, Paimon. And let's see. This is way beyond our level.
Don't worry. If he wants an exorcism, just grab a handful of salt and mutter some mumbo-jumbo while you're sprinkling it around.
Oh, that's very helpful.
It's a common trope in light novels, right? You just have to have a bit of bravado. As soon as the protagonist gains self-confidence, everything else just magically falls into place.
This is not a light novel, though.
Well, you were the ones who seemed concerned about his situation. Don't you think it would be a little unfair to make me do all the work?
I guess.
Besides, we both know you wouldn't be here at the Grand Narukami Shrine unless you had a request for me too.
We
This
do.
is an opportunity to demonstrate that you come in good faith.
Hang out with us.
This feels all wrong. But you technically have a point, so...
All right, let's go. Don't worry now, I'll be coming along too.
Yay.
Let's follow Yohei and go visit his brother.
Yeah, let's go visit his brother.
What is going on here?
I'm sorry, Paimon, but I interrupted you because we're teleporting. I'm stuck.
How strange. My brother's been meditating here pretty much constantly over the past few days, but now he's gone.
Oh no, the meditation absorbed him.
Yeah, it's something that he suddenly started doing after defeating Domon's disciple. He just sits there alone, talking to himself. It's pretty disturbing, actually.
Yes.
But that's not
be
important
healthy.
right now. Where the heck could he have gone in his current state?
This does pose a bit of a problem. If we can't find your brother, well, we can't perform an exorcism with nothing to exorcise, can we? Kato,
Yeah.
whatever your name was. Given the circumstances, why don't you start by going to find your brother and also picking up a handful of salt on your way? We'll need to use it during the exorcism.
Okay. Okay, got it. I'm on it.
Miko, what about us? Shouldn't we help look for his brother too?
No need. While What's-His-Face is handling that, we'll take a walk around and ask people what they know about the two brothers. Maybe we'll find out some amusing details.
Yay. Oh no, almost fell for it again. Ah, no, I can't control it. Move. Important business.
Ask you about the Kato brothers.
Yeah, do you know anything about them?
Oh, are you debt collectors?
Maybe.
Yohei said to tell you not to worry. He'll be able to pay you back as soon as he has enrolled a few disciples.
Oh, good.
Huh? Debt collectors? No, we're not here for anything like that.
Come on, be quiet.
But,
That's free money for
it
us.
sounds like Yohei and Shingo have gotten themselves into a bit of a pickle.
Well, yes, I don't think there's any disputing that. Those two don't have an ounce of dedication between them. They just hop between ideas and won't stick to anything.
See.
Huh? But Yohei said his brother has always wanted to become a sword master, and even asked Domon to be his sensei.
That's true, yes. Shingo begged Domon to take him on, and eventually, he finally relented. But even after convincing a renowned sensei to give him a chance, he was the same as ever, bumming around in class instead of focusing on his training. In the end, Domon had had enough and kicked him out. But Shingo was resentful about it. He blamed Domon for not seeing his potential, and even declared that he would challenge a disciple of Domon to a duel.
Wait, what? That's not what we heard.
Oh, how interesting. We heard a slightly different version. My brother wasn't about to resign himself to defeat. He trained every day as hard as he could and finally proved himself by defeating one of Domon's best disciples in a duel recently.
Yohei said that? That Shingo trained hard. That's ridiculous. He just lay there cussing to high heaven all day, every day. Some training regimen, that is. Yohei did tell me about Shingo winning the fight, but I took it with a grain of salt. You can ask Kenji at the village entrance more about that. He always has reliable information.
Thank you, very helpful citizen of this little part. Wait, oh my god! I'm out of control. Wait, what the? Oh, he's over there. Hello.
Hey there, we've come to ask you about the Kato brothers.
Yeah, tell us.
Oh, you mean Shingo and Yohei?
Baby.
Yeah, we heard that Shingo defeated an apprentice of Domon's recently.
Mhm.
Is that true?
Yeah, is it?
Yes, it's true. Oh, wait, so are you here because you heard they're starting their own school and you're looking to sign up?
Hey, baby.
We're not here to sign up, but we would like to hear more details about the fight.
Yeah.
Well, you've come to the right person. I actually went to watch it. I thought it was a joke when I first heard that Shingo was going to challenge a disciple of the Meikyo Shisui art. But when he drew his sword, he became a whole different person.
Oh yeah.
The way he handled his blade, it was like flowing water.
Oh.
Mesmerizing to watch. Domon's disciple is no pushover, but he was absolutely no match for Shingo.
Is Shingo really that strong?
Yep.
Yep, he seemed pretty euphoric after winning the duel too. He was celebrating very vocally, saying something like, "What a duel. I haven't felt this good in a long time."
Any other details to share? We've heard that Shingo has been behaving rather out of character since then.
I'd definitely say that he has more energy than he used to. In the past, he never used to do much except lie around sunbathing all day.
Huh.
But just yesterday, for example, I saw him cutting down trees for the village head.
Huh.
In the space of one afternoon, he did what most people couldn't finish in 3 days. Not only that, but he managed to fell a lavender melon tree with just one kick.
Heck yeah. He is super powerful.
Quite impressive.
Things got weird after that, though. The village head brought out some tofu for him, and he just flipped out. He shouted, "What is that stuff? Keep that away from me!" and then ran off.
Lady Guji, esteemed exorcists. Finally, I found you.
Uh-huh.
I found my brother. He's at the waterfall.
Okay.
And I've got the salt you asked for, too. Come on, let's go.
Yeah.
Oh, as much as I'd prefer to stay and hear some more delicious details, I suppose we'd better be going now that he has been found.
Wee. That waterfall? Oh no. Wee. Go, go, go. Wait a second. How far is this? Oh shit, that's really far. My bad. Excuse me. Need to go. Wait, what? Oh, okay. Wee. Time to fall. Wee. Wait, where am I going? Oh, okay.
Look over there.
So this is Yohei's brother. Whoa. He's meditating while sitting in a waterfall. That's pretty wild.
So cool.
Listen, he's talking to himself.
Ooh.
Woo! How's that? Can you feel it?
No, not really.
Can you feel the feeling of manliness?
Oh, the manliness.
Found your own school. So shallow.
They are.
How can a manly man
Manly man.
aspire to something so lame?
Oh yeah, you tell them, man.
Please spare me.
What?
Spare me.
Wait, what?
I can't feel the manliness.
Oh no, not the manliness.
I can't even feel the cold anymore.
Oh no, he's losing his mind.
I can't take
He's
anymore.
so amused.
I'm gonna die.
Oh, are you?
Yohei.
Tell us more.
Yohei. Save me. Save me.
Yeah, okay.
Did you hear that? All the nonsense aside, he's going for help.
Yeah, I heard it.
Huh? Who goes there?
Baidu.
Stood up, and now he's coming this way.
Come on, don't worry. I got this.
No, don't come any closer.
Why, is he gonna beat you up?
Help!
Oh my god.
What do we do? Miko, think of something.
Did you just not say
poor
my name?
thing. Yohei, your brother's life is hanging in the balance, and he's using his final breaths to call on you for help. Whatever shall we do?
Well, how should I know?
You should
The way
save
it
him.
looks to me is that Shingo feels terribly resentful to you about something.
Huh.
Would you mind telling me what that's all about?
Yeah.
I
What
don't
is...
know what to tell you. I don't know.
You don't know. But surely you should have more insight than anyone else into how your brother came to be this way? Yohei, I suggest you think very carefully before you open your mouth again. This is a life or death situation.
Damn.
Your brother is your closest relative. You must have noticed straight away when he started acting out of character.
Yeah, what is
And
it?
yet, 5 whole days pass before it occurs to you to come and seek help from me. You really expect me not to notice the gaping holes in your story?
Oh, called out.
As you wish. It's fine by me if you don't want to tell the truth. But
Brother will
after
decide.
Shingo dies, you'll be next. It's futile trying to escape. Anywhere in the world you run to, it will be right behind your back. After all, you did summon it together.
All right, I'll talk. I'll tell you everything. My brother and I used a wishing incantation. We made a wish.
Made a wish.
Yes, that's it. The one that's all the rage right now. You just have to recite an incantation at midnight and your wish will be granted.
Oh, no.
Just like the book described, we drew the magic symbol, stepped inside it barefoot at midnight, said the incantation, and lo and behold, spheres of light appeared all around us. After my brother wished to become a swordmaster, it really worked. Out of nowhere, he suddenly had these amazing sword skills.
Amazing abilities.
But his whole personality changed too.
Yeah, why did you seek help before?
Because I was worried that if he goes back to normal, he'll lose his skills with the sword.
Well,
if that happens, it'd ruin our plans to start a martial arts school.
Damn,
we'd be back to being
stale
poor. I just wanted to keep this under wraps until we'd managed to get the dojo set up and paid off our debts.
So then, why'd you go to the Grand Narukami Shrine?
Why do you think,
Because with
Paimon?
the way he's acting now, I was worried that rumors might start spreading that he's gotten involved in the occult arts or something.
The occult
and then
arts.
no one would want to sign up as his disciple.
Yeah,
So I
well.
was thinking that maybe Lady Gucci might have a way to get my brother back to normal, but let him keep his sword skills?
My, look at you with your ingenious schemes.
Yeah, I like schemes.
Stop deluding yourself. These newfound sword skills are not his. They belong to the spirit that has possessed him.
You're right. We were wrong to do what we did. We had this coming.
All right, then. Your turn now, my little friend.
Ooh.
Toss the salt, and then draw your sword.
Toss the salt. Take that. Ha! I just salted him to death.
What is that?
What is what? Oh.
It's the spirit!
All right.
See that? That's what you summoned. And look, now that Shingo's no use, it's coming straight for you.
Oh.
Save me! Save me!
She's like, maybe not.
Miko! He fainted! What do we do now?
Just let him faint.
We do nothing. But you, little one, just a quick fight and this will all be over.
Who's this?
He's talking to me.
Ah, a fellow swordmaster.
Yes, it is.
Come on, fight me!
I kind of want to. Please let me fight him.
Be careful!
Nah, I don't have to be careful. This guy's going to be wasted by my power.
Wheel of life.
Oh, how sad.
Orders
You
given.
die.
Orders received.
Solidify. This is order.
I actually never fought with her. I wonder if she could be fine in this fight.
Fate is upon you.
Oh, damn, she's strong.
Teamwork is dreamwork.
Wow, she's strong. Horn did a good job building her.
That was great! Excellent!
felt this great in a long, long time.
I haven't either. It was amazing. What a great fight.
Disappeared. But he looked pretty content at the end there.
Did he?
Huh. Well, Paimon sure is confused. Do you know what that was all about?
Yeah, I have a rough idea.
We can talk about it later. They're about to wake up.
Okay.
What am I doing here?
And what are you doing here?
Yohei, is that you?
Shingo, are you alright?
Nope. Brother, I missed you.
I had the weirdest dream.
Oh, did you?
I dreamed that I wasn't a useless loser with a sword anymore. I even beat one of Domon's disciples.
Well, that wasn't a dream.
I thought we could finally open a dojo of our own now.
Could've.
But then I realized I couldn't control my own body. And there was this voice in my ear talking to me constantly. I was terrified. I wanted to take control of my body back, but I couldn't. And the voice kept talking about manliness.
But manliness is the greatest idea ever.
Shingo, we shouldn't have made that wish. We summoned a spirit and it possessed you.
Oh no, it possessed
and had we
him.
not come to your rescue, your life would have been over before too much longer. Then the spirit would have haunted your brother until he died of fatigue too.
Thank you, Lady Guji, and thank you for your assistance, exorcism experts.
Yeah.
All right, take him to get some rest. He's very weak right now, having been possessed for quite a few days. He will experience a high fever, but it won't be fatal. Remember, this is the price you pay. At this point, I would normally lecture you on the dire consequences of using occult methods to obtain power that does not belong to you. But I think you get the picture now, don't you?
Yeah, I think they do.
We understand now. We won't do it ever again.
Thank you, Lady Guji. Thank you, exorcists.
I won't do it ever again until
we'll
next
be
week.
on our way then. Come on, Shingo.
Nico, would they really have lost their lives if we hadn't gotten involved?
Yeah, why not?
So, why the heck were you so reluctant to help out?
Yeah, it's probably not a bigger deal. She's probably making everything up.
They would have been fine. I had to scare them a little, though. Otherwise, I hardly think these two lazy rascals would have learned their lesson.
Yeah, she's awesome.
What was it that possessed Shingo?
You saw it all for yourselves. I'm sure you can figure out what kind of spirit had possessed him, can't you?
I don't like tofu. What? A master of swords.
Paimon's got it. It was an Oni.
Yep.
Correct. Although it possessed Shingo, it didn't have any ill intentions. As a matter of fact, it actually seemed like it was trying to train Shingo to become bolder.
Huh.
Fair enough. But it seems like it had the opposite effect.
Tossing salt caused it to temporarily leave Shingo's body. Then you exhausted its strength by fighting it, so it disappeared.
Yeah.
Even if we'd done nothing at all, Shingo would have eventually become too weak for his body to host the spirit, and it would have left of its own accord.
Oh, interesting.
Of course, it would have been more stressful for Shingo and Yohei that way. Still, the experience may ultimately have been more effective than me scaring them into submission with a little exaggeration.
The main thing is that nobody got hurt.
All right, seems like we've wrapped up everything here. Come on, off we go.
Okay.
Hold on, Miko. You say everything's wrapped up, but are you sure about that?
She's like, what do you mean?
You mean you disagree?
Yeah, you know. What the heck, the book? The incarnation they used, you know?
You mean that they got the incantation from that book? Yes, I know the one.
Actually, that book's the whole reason we came looking for you at the shrine today.
It is.
Incantations seem really popular right now.
They do.
Human beings don't have powers like us yokai. It's quite understandable for them to be interested in incantations to summon the supernatural.
That's not the point. The problem is that the incantations in the book are actually capable of summoning spirits and stuff. And loads of people are trying it.
Yeah.
Even then, humans only have so much strength. Even if they do successfully summon a spirit with the incantation, it won't stay with them for very long. I really wouldn't fret about it.
Okay.
Who wrote this book? And why? Don't we think there might be a bigger safety risk here? What do you think, Traveler?
That's a fair point, Paimon. Let's see. More. If Miko said it's fine, it's probably we probably don't need to worry about it.
When you put it that way, she has been pretty trustworthy so far. She said from the beginning that it wasn't anything major. And so far, there hasn't been any big danger.
Exactly.
Lady Yai, I finally found you.
Oh no. Why is he here?
What are you doing here?
I'm here to report on Yai Publishing House's sales for the last month. All the numbers are here. Please take a look.
Let me see. What? We're losing market share?
Yes. Overall bestseller, readers' favorite, and trending ranking. We're being beaten in all categories.
Damn. She's gonna get
One
mad.
book is topping the charts. It's called A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits.
Both of you, back here now.
She's like, this has gotten personal.
Miko? What is it? You have a really scary look on your face right now.
I like it. I mean, yes.
Things just got serious. A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits is an all-round hit, summarily beating the novels of the Yai Publishing House by every analysis.
Fine. Serious.
Just what is that supposed to mean? I worked extremely hard to promote our latest featured work,
Did
and
ya?
now a rival book comes out of nowhere and steals our thunder. If this isn't the very definition of intolerable, I don't know what is. I have to come up with a counterplan, and you are going to help me.
We are?
How is this our problem all of a sudden?
Because it's Miko's problem, and Miko's problems are our problems.
Paimon, please. Who wrote this book and why? Don't we think there might be a bigger safety risk here? Am I to take it that
Damn.
the safety of the people of Inazuma isn't so important in your eyes after all?
Yeah, Paimon.
What just happened? Again, you technically have a point, but this feels all wrong.
Nothing's wrong, okay? Come on. We're going to war. I'm going to head back and make some preparations.
War.
Meet me outside the Yai Publishing House.
Yes, my lady. My queen has spoken. I must save her. Keep wrong way. Let's go. Watch this water flow. Don't worry about it.
All right, Miko, we're here.
Yeah,
so
we
what's
are.
your plan of action to deal with this rival book?
Why don't you take a guess?
We're gonna steal it.
I'll give you a hint. It's to do with the Yai Publishing House.
Oh, Paimon knows! Combine the reputation of the Yai Publishing House with the status of Guji Yai and tell everyone that the incantations in that book are dangerous.
Oh, wow. Your first guess, and you got it absolutely...
Oh, hey, new Sharky.
Wrong.
How's it going? Wrong.
Wait! Seriously?
Actually, that was a pretty good guess,
First-Hand
Paimon.
Guide to Summoning Spirits is the hottest light
Hey,
novel
Sharky.
right now.
How you
If
doing
we
today?
did as you suggested, we would effectively be advertising to everyone that the incantations are real. In bending over backwards trying to warn everyone about the dangers, all we would accomplish is to create more curious readers ready to try them out. Also, sales for the book would only increase further.
Oh.
Yeah, that would be pretty catastrophic. Oh, how about we confiscate all the copies?
Hmm.
Leaving aside the issue of the enormous manpower and resources such an operation would require, going to such lengths over a light novel would be extremely disruptive to the lives of Inazumans.
But that means there's nothing we can do.
Well, I've been thinking. I've read a first-hand guide to summoning spirits. It has many other good qualities besides the incantations alone. The book contains many ancient kaidan, or tales of the supernatural, and is written in a very engaging way. That is why the book has become so popular.
Ah. So you just got your ass kicked by Raiden Shogun? Oh yeah, I remember those times. I actually just pulled her yesterday. Like, I was really shocked by that. Got her and Rosaria, which I was wanting Rosaria, so I was very happy with that pull. Insanely good. Well, hopefully you have better luck at defeating the Raiden Shogun.
Have a difficult time
She is
trying
mean
to
if you
rein in
are
its popularity while it's the
letting her
only
be.
work in its league on the market.
Market? Wait. So you mean...
That's right. How do you get rid of the next big thing? You replace it with the next big thing.
the next
What we're going to do is create Inazuma's newest hit novel. Smash our rivals' sales numbers and win our readers back. That is how Yaimiko wages war.
I mean, that's a good way.
Incidentally,
Very peacefully.
this will also be the best way to combat the influence of a first-hand guide to summoning spirits.
She is so smart.
Nico, so you want us to write a novel?
I've never written a novel before, but that won't stop me.
Well, becoming an accomplished novelist certainly isn't an overnight process. But let's not forget that I am the chief editor of the Yai Publishing House. I have my ways.
And I trust your
I did
ways.
say this is what we're going to do. I trust that the word teamwork is in your vocabulary.
Yes.
Anyway,
I like teamwork.
there is a writer submission event going on at the moment. Start by talking to readers and finding out what they're into.
Oh yeah?
When you have an idea of what the current trends are, come back and see me.
Will
I'll be
do.
at Uyu Restaurant. Find me there when you're done. I will assemble a team, and we can work while we eat.
Dude. All right, let's see. Where am I going now? That way. This way. Get out of my way. Oh, I've screwed up already. This person.
The key to a successful light novel is having good illustrations.
Huh.
When to use illustrations, what they should contain, and which artists you should commission for them.
Okay.
These are all key things to bear in mind.
Fair point.
Good illustrations can make up for bad writing. But on the flip side, a bad illustration can ruin your novel, even if you have the best story in the world. There's a saying that light novels are essentially a case of buy art, get words free. I'd agree with that. Too bad most of the top artists have jam-packed schedules, so it's extremely difficult to commission them. The illustrations in A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits are incredible, but it's unlike any art style I've ever seen before.
Huh. That was really good.
I've been reading light novels for a long time now.
Have
I'm
you?
mainly into big, ambitious fantasy works with an original core concept and good storytelling.
All right.
These days, though, everyone seems to be imitating each other. Most of the time, I can guess what the story is about just from the title. The only recent book worth mentioning is A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits.
All
Not
right.
only is it a good story, but the descriptions are really true to life. So much so that I'm almost wondering if maybe the author really has met all those yokai before.
Yeah, man, he probably did. I like that guy's description. It was a good
The
description.
Yai Publishing House has held many writer submission events to date. The winner gets a huge amount of publicity. It's been the ticket to fame for a lot of authors. If you've got a good idea for a story, you definitely don't want to miss out.
All right.
I'll be
Reader.
honest, I read light novels for the cheap thrills.
Cheap thrills,
In
okay.
most traditional stories, the protagonist usually has this long and drawn-out character arc, usually involving a process of separation, loss, and ultimately growth and renewed strength.
Right.
It reads well and everything. It's just a little slow-paced for me.
All right, fair.
By contrast, there's this popular light novel at the moment called A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits. The protagonist is super strong right from the get-go. That's what I mean by cheap thrills. Action-packed right from page 1. The protagonist is a kitsune who has not only mastered the secret art of incantations, but also tea ceremony, painting, and calligraphy.
Nice to hear. We're done. Let's get back.
Much more to light novels than Paimon realized.
Shoot, went the wrong way. Sorry, Paimon. I interrupted you. Talk. Talk.
There you are.
Yeah, there I
Let
am.
me introduce the team.
All right.
You've already met Junkichi and Shigeru. Shigeru is an experienced editor, and Junkichi is the author he's partnered with. Junkichi's working through a creative lull at the moment, but all his past works have been very popular with young people.
That's good to hear.
He's developed a distinct and enduringly popular style.
Nice.
Satomi is Yai Publishing House's ace in the hole. Her specialty is that she can write all kinds of completely different stories and all under different pen names.
Ooh.
As for what those names are, well, that's a trade secret.
They
They will be teaming up with us to collectively create the novel that knocks A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits off its perch.
Nice.
So, feeling better about my plan now?
Sure.
It definitely makes sense.
Now then, tell me what you found out about readers' preferences.
Oh, yeah? Here are all three.
All very true. An original core concept, a fast pace, quality illustrations, and lots of action. This is the formula that will guarantee good sales numbers.
Yay.
More importantly than that, even though it's a work of fiction, we have to deliver a sense of realism.
All right.
Paimon followed pretty much all of that, but there's still one question. What are we actually gonna write about? For example, we know we need an original core concept.
We're going to write about
How do
Paimon.
we come up with one?
You are one.
Before you can answer that question, you have to understand your target audience. Take A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits, for example.
Okay.
When I read it, all I find is common knowledge to the kitsune. But to the general public, it's bursting with new and interesting ideas. It all comes down to the size of the information gap between author and reader. As a traveler, there must be a great many things you know that are complete unknowns to the people of Inazuma. What is commonplace to you may be fresh and original to
Jamin.
them.
What's the wait? Fresh and original too. Cute little girl. You get trapped into a different world. Oh wait, that's me. Never mind.
But that would make it a completely different genre than A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits. Is that gonna be a problem?
Not at all. You don't have to worry so much about how to compete with that book. All you have to do is provide some interesting ideas based on your travel experiences. As
maybe.
long as
Let me
the
go
core
ask her.
content is interesting, my expert team here will be able to flesh out the details.
Sis, where are you?
Let's
Sis.
start with chapter 1 then.
Oh, I know where sis is.
What are you thinking?
I just now realized something important. Give me a sec. I'll get fake this out. Fake this. There you are, fake this. She's kind of in trouble, but she's not. She was just eating donuts in the background. Right, sis? Okay, she's not responding. She has a donut in her mouth. All right, so let's see. I would like the Dragon and the Grand Adventure. That sounds interesting to me. I like dragons. and the Grand Adventure is saying that's adventure. Thank you. Yeah, it is so cute. She is adorable. Look at her. Look at you. What do you mean you don't like me talking to you like that?
This sounds like a great one. Let's see here. The protagonist arrives in Mondstadt for the first time to the sight of a dragon flying around and wreaking havoc on the city. With the help of some trusty companions, the protagonist successfully defeats the dragon.
Yeah, the dragon.
But then, the dragon suddenly turns into a beautiful young woman.
Oh, this sounds perfect.
Human, let us work together to build a better future. The love story between human and dragon begins today?
Yeah,
well,
I love it.
That was an unexpected development.
What's the face?
To the Grand Adventure.
Her little tongue is so cute. Oh my god. I've never seen the adventure do that. Oh my god, I'm gonna keep it on this for a second. I have to. So cute, so cute, so cute. Okay. So back to the Grand Adventure. It's just a protagonist's name. Yeah, you know, nothing big.
What? But that's so misleading.
Paimon, be quiet.
Out of a maximum of 10 points, I'd give that a 9.
Oh,
The story certainly goes in an unorthodox direction, and the Dragon Girl sounds destined to be a hit character.
It is.
Approved.
Thank you. Paimon, shut up.
Good job, little one.
Thank
You're
you,
not
thank you.
only drawing on your own experiences, but it seems you're filtering them through the lens of the kinds of light novels you've read in the past. I think you really understand what we're trying to do here.
Okay, I have to admit, this is a great idea. You want to tell truth, but also like completely make up stuff. Those are like, I think, some of the best stories. Game of Thrones is based off of, in ways, George R.R. Martin's experience throughout his life. And I assume that many authors do this. But back to fiction. Highly approved.
Thoughts from the experts? Are we able to work with this general framework to make an interesting story?
Yes.
Yeah, we think it works. I tend to overcomplicate the core concept if I'm not careful, so this deals with that problem.
That's good. Okay, we're done with chapter 1.
Chapter 1?
Let's move on to chapter 2.
Okay.
Won't that do for now?
Paimon.
Readers will devour your content a lot more quickly than you'd think. If we don't keep delivering the goods now we've caught their attention, all our hard work so far is in vain.
She is so smart,
Hurry,
Miko.
chapter 2, let's go.
Yeah.
Can't you see that Satomi is waiting?
Huh? What's wrong with you? You don't look so good.
Dude, my mom's got... Oh yeah, the writer's block. My mind has gone blank.
What a pity. I thought your beginner's luck would carry you a little further before it came to this. But alas, the time has come prematurely.
No.
Before it came to what? What's happened?
The bane of our existence. Writer's block.
I told you, writer's
it's
block.
Your arch nemesis for life.
It really is.
Warning and inflicting a pain worse than death upon the writer. They sell their souls just to get their muse back.
Sounds awful.
It is awful.
When this happens, the best thing you can do is have a bite to eat and take a proper break.
Sounds like a great idea.
Boss, get me a plate of fried tofu and get some kushikatsu for these two.
Thank you.
Just the basic kind will do.
Oh, I'm so lucky. Being fed by Miko. Yes.
Don't worry. This is my treat.
Thank
Your
you.
treat? Oh, wait a minute. Miko, we'll be getting paid for all the hard work we're doing, right?
Nope.
Of course. Everyone that takes
we
part
are?
in the creative
I was going to do this for
process will be
free.
paid.
All right, cool. Then let's press on, shall we? Don't give up now. For the sake of our paycheck, get your brain going!
What the hell, Paimon? Paychecks. Speaking of Mora.
Ooh, does this mean your inspirations come back?
Let's see. Wait, what? That was a weird one. Oh, yeah. Well, we'll just say I took a trip into Leeway. Tour guide, turned out to be a Rex Lapis. Okay, let's see what this does.
Let's see now. The protagonist arrives in Liyue.
Yep.
and befriends a young man who doesn't have the money to pay for anything.
Ah.
Only later do we find out that this young man is none other than Rex Lapis himself.
Yeah.
With the help of the Qixing and the protection of the Adepti, I am free to roam this vast realm.
I like that little voice Paimon.
Is this the kind of cheap thrill that guy was talking about?
I give it a 9.8.
Oh, thank you.
The story is fun and action-packed with no dark undertones. Also, there are a great many legends about Rex Lapis. I'm sure it will spark the people's curiosity.
Yeah, thank you.
I, for one, think there's a sizable market for this. Approved.
Oh man, I'm so good at my job.
Let's just hope Zhang Li doesn't mind.
Great.
He doesn't.
Well, now Satomi can get started on that.
Leave it to me, Lady Yai.
Oh, this is gonna be such a good novel.
Let's write about Inazuma in the 3rd chapter, shall we?
Huh.
I can help with this one.
My
We
queen!
can use the Vision Hunt Decree or your experience in the Resistance. Any ideas?
Oh, I'm definitely using my queen. Let's see. Which one's my queen? Or my fiance? Let's see. Starting at the Resistance Soldier. That's close enough to my my fiance. We'll take that story.
When the Vision Hunt Decree comes out of nowhere, the protagonist joins the Resistance, starting out as an ordinary rank-and-file soldier. Find out how the protagonist goes on to make great contributions to the war effort, become best friends with the Resistance General, and get to know the Guji of the Grand Narukami Shrine, working together with everyone to finally secure a grand victory for the Resistance.
It's beautiful.
It's surprisingly normal.
I think it's rather good.
Thank you.
A lot of people still like the classic hero's journey.
Yes.
From ordinary soldier to great leader, a fresh take on a timeless classic. One thing, though. We'll need to rewrite the part about me giving you the Omamori.
Really?
Let's change it to... The mysterious Lady Kitsune teaches the protagonist a spell that can make their wishes come true.
Oh.
The protagonist uses this spell to defeat the Raiden Shogun in battle. That should do the trick.
It's so clever.
So we're really going head-to-head with our rival on this one, huh?
I suppose so. Once they're done writing the manuscript, I'll write the passage where the protagonist recites the incantation myself.
Are we done then? Do you really think this will be able to beat a first-hand guide to summoning spirits?
Oh, 100%. It was written by me.
Fine. Now we just need to promote it. I will contact an artist to make some illustrations.
Yeah.
I'm positive they will be at least as good as those in A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits. We'll also need an endorsement on a paper band around the book.
Okay.
I can get the wonderful Ms. Hina to write that.
All right.
She runs a regular Q&A column in That's Life magazine. The people of Inazuma absolutely adore her.
Smart.
You're free to take a break while the creative team is doing their work, but please go by the Yai Publishing House at some point to commission Ms. Hina for that recommendation. Once our light novel is complete, let's meet at the writer's submission event.
Okay. That successful. So where am I going? Ah, scary stuff. Let's see, where am I going? Over here. Whee, whoop. Whee! Actually. Wait, where am I going? Oh, down here. Whee! I'm here.
Miss Hina doesn't usually do endorsements, but since it's Lady Guji that's asking, we'll see what we can do.
He's
With Miss
doing
Hina
it.
getting so popular lately, a lot of people have come to us hoping to do a collaboration.
Ooh.
But Miss Hina's not interested in any of it. She still prefers to focus all her efforts on replying to readers' letters, and turns down every promotional opportunity she can.
That's really
Maybe
sweet of
that's
her.
why her fans like her so much. I'm getting off topic here. Anyway, if we can get that endorsement from Miss Hina, you'll definitely get an exposure boost at the beginning.
All right.
May your light novel sell well and set a new record for the Yai Publishing House.
Oh, it's going to be the top seller.
Do our best.
No, not our best. We'll do even beyond our best. We move out of my way.
Are you sure you'd like to submit this entry?
Yes.
Let me see. The Miraculous Adventures of the Traveler by Thousand Hands.
Yes.
What a strange pen name. Definitely your doing. Having been around you so much recently, Paimon's slowly starting to understand your unique tastes.
Do you actually understand him?
What do you mean, strange? It took a lot of work by a lot of different people to get this thing finished. Don't you think it's a very descriptive pen name?
Actually, I think it's
We'll
perfect.
get this printed as a matter of priority and conduct trial sales and pilot locations throughout Inazuma. I'll announce the sales numbers in 3 days.
Yay.
Uh-oh. Paimon's getting a little nervous now.
Hmm?
Do you really think this is gonna work?
Yes. We're all professionals.
That's right. Be confident in your work. That's exactly how a light novelist should be.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll sign you up. Please come back in 3 days for the results.
Thank you.
Thank you all for your submission. I wish you the very best of luck.
Yay. Oh, this is a time period thingy. Wait for 3. Okay. 1, 2. It's time to wait 3 whole days. Day after tomorrow. So interesting that time passes by so fast when you're having fun. And it's still not done. I still have another day to go. Blah, blah. Oh, that actually worked? That was on 3 whole days.
You've all finally made it.
Yes, we did.
Good news, everyone. I just received word that your light novel is flying off the shelves.
I know, it's so
Multiple
good.
sales locations are asking when we'll be printing more copies.
Mm-hmm.
Woohoo! That's great!
Aw, that was a cute
This
little
level
woohoo.
of success is an amazing accomplishment for a new work.
Mm.
Most new books don't sell 30% of what you've sold.
Because it's good.
I have free copies for each of you here. Please take them. The payment will follow shortly,
Hmm?
and I'll notify you to come and collect it when the time comes.
This all sounds great, but
The whole reason why we made this light novel was to combat the influence of a first-hand guide to summoning spirits.
yeah.
We sold a lot of copies, but it doesn't feel like we accomplished our goal. How do we know whether it worked?
People stop. Oh, sick, I know.
Oh, don't worry. The change is already underway.
People are normal.
Listen to what the people around us are talking about. The conversation has already moved on, hasn't it?
Hey guys, have you heard about this latest Kaidan thing doing the rounds? You just need to recite the incantation from A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits at Midnight, and your wish will come true.
Wait, what?
Oh, that? That's a throwback. That's old news, man.
It's out.
No one's talking about that anymore. The secret spells of Lady Kitsune is the new hit thing.
Hmm.
I've already memorized all the incantations.
The secret
That's been-
spells of Lady Kitsune? What's that?
You haven't read it yet?
Yeah, what's wrong with you?
Okay, so supposedly, if you recite the spell in there on a moonless night, you'll receive protection of the Kitsune and all the other powerful yokai. They can make any of your wishes come true.
Oh my god.
I heard that the
Seriously?
incantations in A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits have weird side effects. This one guy wished for a load of mora and got it, but then one night it all turned to leaves and he developed a high fever. They actually had to use one of the secret spells of Lady Kitsune to get rid of the discomfort. That proves that the incantations in this book are more
Genius.
potent than the ones everyone was trying before. Pretty much everyone I know is desperate to try it out. Just waiting for a moonless night.
Really? Well, I better go and prepare too.
Oh my god, people.
Well, feeling less worried now?
Wow, you're right! Everyone's shifting focus!
Mm-hmm.
But what's this moonless night that they're talking about? Hyman doesn't remember that detail from the brainstorming session.
Just added.
This is something that will become very important to us further down the line. All right. It's time to move on to the next phase of the plan.
Next phase? There's a next phase?
Phase 2?
Of course. Behind every book that hits the market lies an author, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. If we leave him to his own devices, he might just write another guide to summoning spirits.
Mm-hmm.
Also, we still need to figure out what his motive for writing it was.
Exactly. That's what we need to take care of next. Fortunately, I've already managed to identify the author.
Oh, have you?
He's a failed light novelist named Tomoyuki.
Oh, okay.
But when we went to ask him about it, he had no recollection whatsoever of having written the book.
Wait, does that mean he was possessed?
This is another case of possession. Only this time, whoever possessed him actively sought him out. After his novel submission failed, he was walking aimlessly in Araumi. In frustration, he shouted out, "Please, someone, anyone, help me write a truly amazing novel." After that, he lost consciousness.
But the spirit that wrote the book has already left him now, right? So what are we supposed to do?
Go find that.
Simple. It wrote a summoning incantation in the book, didn't it? So we can just use its own method to make it manifest itself. And you, my little friend, are the perfect candidate for this role.
That sounds very devious.
Oh, what are you talking about? The fun's just about to begin.
I'm actually excited. I get to do this with Miko. Do it. Wait. Oh. Where are we going? Oh, we're going over there. Okay. All right, we're...
Miko, what is this place?
Oh, it's actually a dungeon.
Ideal spot for a little meet and greet with a certain elusive author. This is the place where we are most likely to succeed in summoning the spirit.
Oh,
really?
That's fair.
But it feels so eerie here.
It is eerie.
That seems rather fitting, considering that we are dealing with the spirits of the deceased here. What are you so afraid of, honestly? We're finally about to meet the true author of a first-hand guide to summoning spirits.
I'm excited.
Aren't you excited?
I am excited.
Paimon's heart is pounding, but Paimon's pretty sure it's not because of excitement.
Because you're a coward.
Come on, in we go.
Hey, wait up!
Yeah.
Ooh, Paimon's scared.
Don't be scared.
Stay close by, okay? Don't leave Paimon all alone.
Maybe. All right. Queen. Sure. Huh. I don't remember allowed to take a picture of Z. That's so unfortunate and depressing.
What a weird painting. Miko, do you know what it's supposed to show?
Yeah, what's it supposed to show?
Probably a scene from ancient Inazuma.
It's a good piece of artwork and all, but it's also kinda eerie. So it's a bit scary.
Yeah, it's fine.
Looks like the artist signed their name. Rakusai? It's not very clear.
Let's go inside and take a look.
All right.
Come on out, show them.
Going somewhere?
Delve into death.
Oh God, she's.
Rise.
Stabilize.
How's this?
Shadows of fate, decided by destiny.
Yeah, you all freeze to death.
Come on out. them.
Oh, that's a cool move. What's in this room? Huh. Wait. Is this the way I came in?
Wow, this place is huge. Hey, is that a mirror? There's a really weird-looking stool as well.
What the heck?
For?
Ah, I see. Huh. This setup is quite handy. Saves me a lot of work. All right, go and take a look around. There should be a mechanism somewhere that makes the whole room move.
Wait, what? Oh, I see. It has been activated. All right. Okay. May have to find. Wait, this hidden? Alright, that's fair. Oh, I see. How do you get up there? What? How do you get up there? Let's see. Oh, how did I miss this? Of course I would miss that.
Order guide you.
I'm dead. No, get her.
You're open.
Thought I killed you. Alright, there's two.
Come on out. Show them.
Everybody stand
Woo!
Let's light it up.
Nothing lasts forever.
Oh god, that's so cool looking.
Delved into destiny, written in the stars.
I love how strong she is, and she's not even. Oh god, almost got her killed though. She's still weak just because she's level 80. But she has some strong attacks.
Come on out. Show them.
Wow. Oh god.
Let's light it up. I'm going in.
Oh, what a dreadful ending.
What?
Decided by destiny.
He killed her. She's almost perfect. She is really good. How's it going, Horn? Actually, let's get
Life goes on.
I think I'm forgetting something in this room. Where's that lightning thing? Maybe that's just the way out. Okay, never mind.
Come on out.
Let's light it up. Yeah.
This is order.
Let me scry. Opening box of a dead Dietrix.
Oh, they're dead that fast. No saying. Was a little sleep. Guess I need a nap. That's fair.
Faster?
I asked her.
Okay, faster.
There's... Wait a second. Oh, interesting. Wait. Huh. That's this way. Oh, okay. Oh. Wait a second. I activated 3. Am I crazy? This is activated, right? Alright. Gotta not go up any higher? Interesting. No, there's you still. Wait, how do you... I'm confused. Jesus, I'm dumb. Okay. Oh, interesting.
Gather.
Teamwork is dreamwork.
Wheel of life. Delve into destiny. Fate is upon you. Leave my space.
Damn, he hits hard.
Show them. Right. Come on out. Show them. Dear me.
Her moves are really strong. Oh wait, what am I doing wrong? Interesting. Hey, can't move it. Hey, okay, fine, there.
I will have order.
Adventure time. Yeah.
Quake.
And dead. Alright. I break you. No. No, not that. Alright. Move this. This place is like confusing as hell. Wait, move. Ooh, treasure chest. Huh. I feel like I missed something. Huh. Ba, ba, ba. What am I missing? Oh. Missing that one. Is this the one I'm thinking it is? Or is it? Where the heck is it? Oh, it was up here. Oh, I see. I see. And here's. Oh, oh. Let's get that up there. There must be a switch or something. Hmm. There's a freaking switch. Oh, is the switch in here maybe? Yeah. I see. I missed that completely. All right. Interesting. I'm liking the quest so far. I think it's really interesting.
It's turning this way along with the whole wall. It's getting eerier and scarier. What is this place?
Okay. Next, I will show you a secret kitsune spell. This painting is a swift summoning medium, which means I'll be able to skip many of the more tedious steps.
Yay. So what I like about this is, it's pretty much a writer's story. You know, kind of dives you into the methods or the steps into writing stuff or inspiration, writer's block, and all that stuff. So it's a really interesting storyline, and it was something I was not expecting from Miko, at least her story. So.
The murky mirror reflects the view of Inazuma in a bygone age. Spirits stirred by the sight of the past will be easily drawn to it. You're up next, little one. Come on, sit yourself down here.
Yeah, you sit there. Paimon. See. Yeah, surely you're not planning to.
Yes. The whole point of a summoning ritual is for a dead person's spirit to possess a living person's body. You saw what happened to that Oni samurai spirit. After leaving the host's body, he was only able to maintain his form for a very short time before disappearing.
Okay.
Are we positive that summoning a spirit to possess the traveler isn't gonna have any lasting negative consequences?
They're gonna make the Traveler 2.0.
You really care about the little one quite a lot, don't you? I'm a little jealous. I wish my friends were caring like that. Anyway, are you scared, little friend? Don't you worry now. It'll be over soon. Just think of it like having a dream.
Dreams. I like dreams. What do I need to do?
Sit on the chair, stare at the painting, and relax your body and mind.
Okay.
Try and be natural. There's really no need to be nervous.
Ba, ba, ba.
like she's
Aw.
sitting inside the painting.
So cute. Nice cute picture.
Huh? Is Paimon seeing things? Did the painting just move?
It could have. Oh, it's moving. I like it.
Recite the incantation in your heart, little one. Also, you'll need to have some intense thoughts going through your head. A wish, for example. Now, what kind of wish do we think it would take to summon forth the author of A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits?
My brother.
Anyone?
Probably something to do with writing?
Very good. The wish needs to be heartfelt, though, so let me help add a little realism to the equation. The book is selling exceptionally well, Traveler, but we're going to need an outline for Chapter 4 as soon as humanly possible. When is the earliest that you can turn it in by?
Sorry, I'm a little late.
Oh, that pop. That was very creative. Oh, that's fine. Also, let's see. Let's see. Let me write Chapter 4.
The painting is moving again! What
Yay, I've been possessed. Ooh,
I'll
everything's
want that moment later on stream when I just pop into existence.
I never thought the day would come when I'd be summoned using my own ritual.
Oh.
Getting a taste of my own medicine. What have we here? Another budding writer? What's come over you all? Why is everyone wishing for help with their writing? Are novels so popular in this day and age?
Actually, they are.
got you! So you were the one who wrote A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits. What are you trying to do, Why'd you put that summoning incantation in the book, huh? What's your game here?
Huh? What's this? Oh, I see. No wonder this felt so familiar. I've walked right into your trap, haven't I? You ask me what my game is here? Well, of course. It was to use this incantation as a means for all the souls of the departed yokai to make their glorious return to the world and plunge all of Inazuma into a brutal, bloody war.
It's funny seeing the girl traveler talk like this.
Actually, pause the chat for a second.
Then how naive of you to let me possess this body so easily.
Oh yeah, what's up?
It's kind of fascinating that. Sorry, I'm hearing myself.
That's fair.
It's that yesterday you did that little thing about the spirit of the yokais.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I actually that's made this a lot easier to understand in ways because I understood what the yokai was.
But also, like, a lot of the yokai are dead, which explains why they hadn't had that festival for a while.
Oh yeah. That's interesting.
Yeah, no, I just thought that was really cool, and so it's just like it just so happened that I actually didn't think about that. I'm not lying. That wasn't my intention. I completely forgot everything about the Yaimiko quest.
Yeah, it's a pretty interesting thing, like that people get asked for a wish and then they get possessed by the yokai. I don't know. It is. That is cool and not. Or it makes sense in this world, especially this world.
Also, what I just noticed is this voice sounds a lot like that, like, bear guy that was friends with the human.
Bear guy. I think I know who you're talking about.
In the backstory of the whole festival.
Oh yeah. No, you're right. Interesting.
He sounds like kind of similar. I wonder if they got the same voice actor for it,
mm-hmm.
or if that was intentional.
Right.
I sense. Yes.
So nothing to do with anything else. Mona's combo is auto, 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 hold. So after you press your E, just click, 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 and then hold.
Okay.
That does her charged attack. And also, have you tried running with Mona yet?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because you just get turned into a blob, like a puddle.
Have you tried running over water yet?
Once, but it was really brief. Okay. I knew that she could go over water, and it's broken.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was going to be my little surprise.
She's definitely really nice. She's squishy a little bit right now, but she's also really freaking strong with her attacks.
Also, the E, to make sure you want to have it down as often as possible because it'll distract enemies.
Oh, that's what that... Okay, that's good to know.
Sorry, continue.
Good! With this power, no one shall be able to stand in my way!
Wake up! Quick! Wake up! We gotta stop him!
It is futile. You shall never wake her again. This body now belongs to me!
I'm pretty sure...
Hey! Come on, wake up! Don't let him take your mind! Miko, think of something! Miko! Miko!
She hasn't said anything. She's like in complete control.
Mom! You're laughing?
Oh, Rakusai, you haven't changed a bit. You caught on so quickly. Too perfect.
Well, you made the face enough times that I couldn't exactly miss the hint. This is what you were going for, yes? Never one to stand on the sidelines of a good spectacle, are you? Always got to dive in and fan the flames, huh? You mischievous little kitsune, you. Look what you've done to this little flying one here. Oh, poor thing scared witless.
You were having plenty of fun playing the bad guy a moment ago. Now you're trying to blame it all on me?
Rakusai? Miko, you guys know each other?
No, they don't.
Yes, we do. Of course we do.
Allow me to formally introduce the author of A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits, Urakusai. No, wait. To be more accurate, it's Urakusai's memory.
Memory? But isn't he a spirit?
Ah, spirits, memories. They're just different words to describe the same thing. Something that comes from the ley lines.
Do you remember that recent incident when the Rift Hounds were gnawing at the sacred Sakura's roots? You witnessed human memories leaking from the ley lines, didn't you? Well, since there are human memories, of course there are going to be yokai memories too. In life, yokai possess supernatural powers, and even when they are a shadow of their former selves from a bygone era, they still have the ability to control whether they are visible or not. Typically, yokai memories survive longer in the world than those of humans.
Indeed, indeed. I was wandering around the sacred Sakura's roots when I suddenly heard someone yelling, "Please, someone, anyone, help me write a truly amazing novel." It piqued my curiosity, so I popped inside his body and wrote a novel for him.
So that's how it happened. But why did you include a summoning incantation in the novel?
Why not?
Oh, little one. Not to toot my own horn here, but when I was alive,
talking about
I
you.
wasn't just another kitsune. No, I was a mighty and powerful Daioko. The memories of other yokai can't possess human bodies at will like I can. But with this incantation, they can go one last little joyride in the world for a couple of days. Anything they're still itching to do, they can go and get it done.
But...
She's trying to say that all the commotion this causes is likely to be a great disturbance to the humans.
Disturbance? I guess you mean that we might leave them with some broken dreams after we leave, Oh, yes. and they might have a fever or whatever.
Fever or whatever.
I actually think that the most admirable thing about human beings is the way that they go out and shape their fate with their own two hands, given that they're not born blessed with the same powers that we enjoy. As for those who would rather draw on external power than seek to improve themselves, it's quite right that they learn their lesson eventually. So when you think about it, we're actually doing the humans a big favor. Miko, you agree, don't you?
Yes, that's what I thought too.
All right then. You finally convinced Paimon. You guys were right.
What are you scared of, little one? Don't be deceived by her day-to-day antics. Miko is actually one of the most powerful yokai out there.
Not only that, Urakusai, but my latest work has beaten that book you wrote, A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits, to become the most popular in Inazuma.
Of course. You were never one to make extra work for yourself where you can help it. And yet you went to all these lengths to find my painting room, and even took the trouble to summon me. I knew you must have some ulterior motive.
Oh yeah, she
You
does.
were always the one to pick a quarrel with me when we all used to gather around and share stories. All right. You win, I lose. Happy now?
I finally get to hear you say it centuries later. Ooh, I must say it feels good.
I remember when you were just a little girl, always hanging off my shoulders. A few hundred years later, and you're all grown up.
A few hundred years later.
Urakusai, how much time do you have left?
Not much. That goes for all of us, actually. We've all got to go back where we came from in the end. Everyone's quite content in many ways, but they still can't help but ask, are we ever going to have another Hyakyako?
Don't you worry about that, Urakusai. Arrangements are being made. When my bell rings, it means the moonless night is upon us.
Great. Wonderful. Fantastic. Miko, it's been nice catching up, but I'd better conserve my energy if I want to stick it out until then. So, I'll be on my way now.
All right. Goodbye then, Urakusai.
One last thing, Miko. I just want to know, have you been well all these years?
I've been great, of course. Every day is a happy one. Especially these days. Not only do I have my light novels, but I've also met these two delightfully nosy outlanders. And even A is finally starting to come to her senses. Quite a miracle, given how pig-headed she can be.
Oh, well, great. That's fantastic.
Urakusai, you'd be right at home in this era. A great storyteller and artist like yourself would be the Yae Publishing House's ace in the hole. And I would personally be hounding you over your next installment.
He disappeared.
For now.
Are you awake? How are you feeling?
Are you all there? Here, like last time, repeat after me.
Yeah, I'm gonna do 3, 2, 1.
Oh, you beat me to it.
3,
Looks
2,
like your brain is
1.
intact.
1, 2,
So,
3.
your first possession, what was it like?
I remember everything pretty clearly.
Good. Saves me from having to explain everything again. Hearing Urakusai admit defeat has put me in the most wonderful mood. In return, it's only fair that we make sure to deliver on what they're all hoping for.
You mean the moonless light?
Yes. Though they only represent a tiny proportion of the memories in the ley lines, it will still be quite a sight to behold when the time comes. Since you've come this far, why don't you do one last thing for me, I'll need your help with the ritual.
All right.
You cannot be serious, Miko. After all that, you still have more errands for us? You guys teamed up to scare Paimon just now. If you think Paimon's gonna do anything you ask for, think again!
Oh, come on. I'm really
So
only
pissed
asking
off.
you to finish what you started. Besides, your paychecks are still in my hands.
Paimon's paycheck?
Yeah, you know, I paid.
Ah, We're in too deep.
That's great. All right. Good old paycheck. Actually, wait. This is where I think it is. Nope. Yep. Actually, didn't know there was. It was teleport that place. Should have known.
Well, hello there, my little helpers.
Hello.
So nice of you to join me. You're right on time, too.
I know.
As if we had a choice. We just want our paychecks. So, Nico, what exactly do we have to do to make this Hyakyako happen? Also, to be clear, we actually have no idea what it even means.
It might sound ominous, but to put it simply, the Hyakyako is just a gathering of the yokai.
Oh.
Back in the day at yokai gatherings, once everyone had had plenty to drink, one by one they'd start soaring into the sky with their yokai powers. There were so many of them that their silhouettes would block out the moon. But now, the yokai memories that leak from the ley lines are weak. They are no longer able to fly. So I will be performing a convocation ritual for them, gathering all the wandering memories together in one place. When the time comes, they will gather in the sky above the Grand Narukami Shrine. Once their energy is spent, they will be satisfied and return to where they belong.
I see. I understand.
Preparations for the ritual have actually been made well in advance. Remember the incantation and the mention of moonless night that I added to our novel?
Oh yeah! Something about reciting the secret spells of Lady Kitsune on a moonless night.
That's the one. Actually, it's not a wish-granting incantation at all. It's a spell to help calm the ley line memories. When that time comes, let's all pitch in and help send them on their way.
What do you need from me?
I will start the ritual preparations shortly, and at that time, I need you to do two things.
All right.
First, tell the shrine maidens to leave the mountain.
Okay.
During the Hyakyako, a whole swarm of yokai memories will be hanging around in the air above the Grand Narukami Shrine. Having the shrine maidens leave avoids the bothersome issue of someone potentially getting possessed. After that, I will commence the ritual, and the memories will begin to congregate. This will take some time. I need you at the foot of Mount Yogo during this part to keep an eye on nearby monster activity.
Okay.
The memories are normally dispersed and don't pose a threat. But when their energy is concentrated, it is likely to disturb the monsters. They may see this as an opportunity to try and make it up the mountain. I need you to fend them off so that that doesn't happen.
Okay. We got it.
Well, if at that point you felt like coming to the shrine and getting a close-up view of the yokai, I wouldn't say no.
Okay, let's get going.
Goodbye.
Descend the mountain?
Yep.
Are those Lady Guji's orders?
They are.
Yep. Miko said the ritual she's gonna perform soon might pose a physical danger to you all.
I see. I'll evacuate everyone right away. What about you?
We'll be taking care of a couple other things for her. And once we're done with that, we're gonna come back and do the ritual together.
Yeah, because we need the Yonka.
It seems like Lady Guji places great trust in you. Lady Guji's never allowed anyone else to be in her presence when she's conducted rituals like this in the past. Thank you for helping with the ritual, and good luck.
Don't worry, we're much stronger than we look. Miko's about to start the ritual. Come on, let's go deal with the monsters down the mountain.
Okay. Ooh, wrong way. Oh wait, I actually want to talk to that thing. Offer. Heck yeah. Oh yeah, claim rewards. Thank you.
Somebody tweeted us saying, so my friend wanted to start playing Genshin and I told him, you sure you want to play the game? It's quite grindy, you know.
Yeah.
Especially when you want to level up characters. Then he replied, I played Warframe for 400 hours. I know what grinding feels like.
Yeah. And that's also fair. Yeah, if you're an MMO player, you know what the grind is.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to change Mona's wings from the default.
That's fair. Whee!
I heard you.
Solidify. This is order.
Let's light it up! Everybody stand back! Written in the stars.
Also, while you use that ult for Mona, try to trigger as many elemental reactions as possible. Any of the elemental reactions that interact with water, add an additional buff to your characters.
Okay.
Let me scry.
The hell? That was weird.
Also, are you doing the click, 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 hold for her?
Yeah, starting to. I have to get used to it, but yeah.
Her charge attacks are really strong.
Fate is upon you. Wheel of life. Mercy. Orders given. Orders received.
Wrong one.
Stabilize.
Out of my sight.
Teamwork is dreamwork! Adventure time!
You can't.
Well. Oh, there we go.
I will have order.
Shadows of fate. This is Her Majesty's gift. Out of my sight. Delve into.
Yeah, Mona's not as good at fighting a single enemy, but she's really good at fighting like a whole group of enemies.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, all of her stuff is like AoE, so it does a lot of extra damage. It's a lot different than what you're used to, because all of your characters so far have basically just been like single target.
Yeah.
These monsters look really riled up.
Let's get rid of them for Miku.
Yep.
For
Let's
Miko.
get rid of them as fast as we can. Then we can get back in time to see the yokai. All right, here they come. Shadows of fate, decided by destiny.
Look at that damage.
Yeah.
9,000 on just a regular auto. 11,000. Ah, good numbers.
Uh-huh.
Let's light it up. Fate is upon you. Let me scribe.
What's really fun about Mona's kit is that the thing that lets you use your more powerful move faster, which is called element energy recharge. She gains extra damage based on how much energy recharge you have. So not just does it make it so your ult comes up faster, but also lets you just do more damage.
Decided by destiny.
You know, that is Mona's one weakness. She can't kill Hydro Slimes.
Yeah. That's alright.
You gotta use somebody else to attack those.
Bye-bye.
That might have been a little overkill.
Uh-oh.
Written in the stars. Shadows of fate.
What's wrong?
Life goes on. Delve into destiny. Opening box of Adepti-Drix. Shadows of fate. Let me scry.
There's so many of them! Come on, you can do it!
Yeah, everybody stand up!
Quake!
Shadows of fate.
I go! How's this?
Fate is upon you.
Allow me.
My vision is
Oh
clouded.
shit. That was a nice combo they did. No! Did that wrong again. Alright.
Order guide you. Watch your step. Show me what you've got. Don't hold back.
Let's light it up.
Train harder.
Alright, that's the last of the monsters. How far along do you think the ritual is? Let's head back to the Grand Narukami Shrine.
What's interesting is how she's not even maxed. Big Mana is definitely, if you get used to her.
Well, I've also been leveling her better than your other characters.
Oh, is this a super cutscene? No, it's a super cutscene.
This is super cutscene.
Oh yeah.
So many!
I like that
They're
angle.
everywhere!
Yes, the memories of the yokai.
Is the audio
They
weird
haven't
for
been
you
able to
in
relax
this
and soar
cutscene?
through the air like this for a long
Nah.
time. Come with me. You all right, little one? You look a little nervous.
It's just, Hyman's never seen anything like this before. Whoa, they've really blocked out the moon!
It does look a little intimidating, doesn't it? But I know them. They may be loud and brash at times, but they are good and brave souls. Even after losing their lives in a brutal war, they have never given in to grief or despair. Alas, their time is short.
Do they really have to go?
It's a feast, and all feasts come to an end. Since you're sorry to see them leave, why don't you do the recital along with me? O Hakushin, cause of this enchantment, in reverence I perform this rite.
In reverence, I perform this rite.
To be a guiding light.
Oh, that's really pretty.
The book says, recite the secret spells of Lady Kitsune tonight, and our wishes will come true.
O Hakushin, cause of this enchantment.
I perform this rite to be a guiding light. Your unrivaled power will be honored eternally.
Murakusai, you asked if I was doing well. Really,
This is
every day is a
beautiful.
happy day for me.
Really is.
But watching you all leave now, I can't help but feel a little lonely. Just a little, of course.
That is sad that most of the
Just as
yokai
I
are now
thought.
gone.
The ritual
Yeah.
went very smoothly. Thank you both.
Pika, are you alright?
Oh, I'm great.
The look on your face just now.
I'm fine.
Also adds a
seriously.
layer of sadness from the event where another yokai is gone.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, you two.
Pico.
Fine. Well, if you're dead set on doing something for me, you can treat me to a meal.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Sure, no problem. A meal it is.
Yeah, meal?
Okay.
It's a deal.
Well, see you soon then.
Where's this meal? Down here? Hey, where the hell's the meal?
It's definitely gonna be in Inazuma City, but it's wait until the appointed time the following day.
Oh, okay. Ooh, what's this?
Only by
Give me that.
ridding one.
Ah, my eyes!
The appointed time was at like 11 or something.
Oh, did I screw up? I thought it was going to go next day.
Yeah, it said to wait for the appointed time on the following day, not just the next day.
To a meal. The venue is
Hey, there we go. That's how it was going to just show me that. Go, go, go. Woo! This is so fun, her ability. Well, you know, this run.
I'm so happy they
How is the next
changed
chapter
it so that it works
Miraculous Adventures
better.
of the Traveler not released yet?
It was quite a surprise when the moonless night finally came.
Yeah, that huge black cloud over Mount Yogo that night. It just seemed to form out of nowhere.
But then nothing happened after I made a wish using the method in that book.
Yeah. I guess light novels are just fiction after all, huh?
That night was definitely the nail in the coffin for the incantations for novels fad. Still, something tells me the miraculous adventures of the Traveler will remain an interesting series for a long time to come.
Huh? Paimon can't see Miko anywhere.
Maybe.
Guess she's not out yet. Maybe she went inside already. Let's head in and look for her.
Sure. Three.
But yeah, so when she was running with that, she used to get stopped on like every little object or change in elevation or something.
Huh. Oh, I see.
Miko, what is this? You started eating without us?
I did, yes. You're paying after all. The thought of being able to eat the most expensive dishes and drink the finest sake, all for absolutely free? Oh, I just couldn't wait any longer.
Damn.
Boss, see these two faces here? Remember them. They're the ones picking up the bill later.
That's so cold.
Alrighty.
I was like,
What's gotten into you? Come on, sit yourselves down. You have to try this fish. It's found exclusively in the waters around Seirai Island. They shipped it to Inazuma overnight, and it was still alive right up until I ordered it. Or maybe you'd rather try this? I know. I normally can't bring myself to drink sake this expensive either. If you don't drink alcohol, that's fine too. There are all kinds of fruit juices covering the whole price spectrum.
Miko, you are outrageous! Last time we were here working on the novel, all you ordered for us was the plainest kushikatsu!
Strange. I remember no such thing.
Oh, I certainly remember it.
Oh, so what? You did offer to treat me to a meal, didn't you? Anyway, I am something of a VIP, you know. Wouldn't you find it embarrassing to treat me anything short of lavishly?
I don't know.
Miko, this meal is going to be super expensive! Aren't you afraid we won't be able to afford it?
Oh, don't you worry about that.
Oh no, we absolutely
You
can.
will most definitely afford it. They're still printing your light novel by the batch, you know. You have quite the generous payment due.
What? Darn it! She tricked us into this! Miko,
Also, don't forget that your character does have like 6 million more on you.
We don't talk about that, Kamiko.
Fair.
We've been taken for a ride. Is that ridiculous?
Oh, the looks on your faces right now. Too perfect. Oh, by the way, since nobody's wishes came true on the moonless night, novels with incantations are no longer in vogue. So you'll have to come up with something new for the next chapter of The Miraculous Adventures of the Traveler. The deadline is looming. I'm counting on you.
No.
Thank you for the meal. I
Can't wait to tell you, Miko, about our time in Inazuma. or not, Isumaru.
Oh, I was actually thinking, wondering if that's going to come up.
Narukami shrine. I know she can be pig-headed, but it still took me by surprise when she wrote me a long and sternly worded
It is
letter about
mentioned
it,
in the
chastising me
Pokemon
for
event that happened.
taking this whole thing much too far. Ugh, I hardly see
Because
what all the
Miko
fuss
was
is
there.
about. Everyone seemed perfectly happy to me.
You can view that on my channel.
Heck yeah. I can also see like them like waiting a couple.
Did I record it?
You're right, did I? I can also see them bringing that up like later on, like after you do a couple of nations, you know, because like it was 3 nations that we covered here. So if we, you know, after the 6th nation, we go back to our, like, tell me more about your travels.
Yeah, but it's probably going to be more about throwaway lines of dialogue in later events that she's in, because I don't know if they're going to be able to find more events to host that, or not events, but like more like actual like things that Miko would have to be involved with for her to have a full-blown quest around her like that.
All right. Well, I must stop here, but I am ready for the Subaru storyline officially now. Heck yeah. Oh yeah, how much freaking wishes did I get again? And I got a decent amount.
You have enough for a 10 pull.
No, not yet, but close.
Well, not on the main banner, but you could do a 10 pull on the standard banner.
Oh, wrong one. Oh, you mean this one?
Yeah.
I have 8 out of 10.
Yeah, but you just go ahead and do it.
I guess that is also fair. You're right, let's do it.
Gamble!
Gamble! So I'm gonna get what 4-star?
It could be anything.
I know, it really could be. Ah, that's a good one, Barbara.
But you don't have C5 Barbara, so having that helps.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's not bad.
Or you don't have C6 Barbara, sorry.
Alright. Actually let's go to Barbara really fast. What's this? Oh.
You are up long enough for another day.
Yay!
Oh yeah, and total of 50 wishes also. That's why I wanted you to do a 10 pull.
Here you go to her really fast. Characters.
You could have just pressed C.
I always forget. Oh, I didn't realize she's that high up.
Yeah, she's not bad. Also, if you go and take a look at Mona's artifacts / talents, you'll see that they are very high.
Oh shit, didn't mean to do that. No, my god, everything's going wrong. He said artifact.
Mm-hmm. So,
20.
That set, yeah, so 20 is the highest level for artifacts.
Yeah.
Notice that because she has 4 of the Heart of Depth set, after using an elemental skill, it increases your normal and charged attack damage by 30%.
Jesus.
So that's why that's really good.
This is the maiden set, maiden beloved.
Oh, that's just for the feather. It just had good
Heart
stat.
of Death. Okay, never mind. I see. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think the only one that I would change would maybe be the goblet. As long as I could get it as another hydro goblet for the same set, the stat line on it's not that good.
I see. Oh, she's using something? Hi.
So what?
Where is she? Oh wait, where is she? Her. I know you put this on her. I don't know if that's just a random thing.
Which one is it?
The goblet.
Well, I don't know. Click on it. Oh, yeah, it's just a cryo damage one. I was like, oh, those are all really good substats. Let me just roll it to 20 and see if the substats stay good. I'm like, yeah, that's still pretty decent. Let me. Who's a cryo character that you have that I could throw it on? And I think like Layla and Chi-Chi are like kind of your only cryo characters.
Is she cryo? Yeah, you said Chi-Chi.
But Chi-Chi doesn't want cryo damage because you're building her for healing.
That is true.
You want to build attack on her because her healing scales off of her attack.
Oh, cool. Alright.
Oh.
There's
another thing on a character. What?
What's up?
There's another thing for a character. Press C.
It's just the profile.
Oh, the very bottom left corner.
Of this. Is it because of all the new characters?
Yeah, just click on them and then move off of them. I leveled up Raiden Shogun a little bit. Just because you had the stuff already for it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she's cryo.
Yeah, so you could move that one onto Rosaria if you wanted for that I'm not building Rosario, but
yeah,
I'm being nice in building Mona, and then because I finished Mona, I can build Yoimiya, and I'll be nice and build Yoimiya. And if you ever actually take the time and get the catch, I'll be nice and I'll build Raiden Shogun for you.
Oh, that way you'll have the fishing thing.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Right.
Not again.
No, that's fair. I'll do that later. All right. Anyways, that will end stream for tonight.
Unless you want to drop some money and try to roll on the weapon banner to try to get the Raiden Shogun's 5-star weapon.
No, I don't have money right now for that. Unfortunately. That is fair.
Or pay me.
No. Anyways, yeah, we're gonna hit Sumeru next week. At least that should be the plan, unless something random happens, like another event that's like super important or something like that. But yeah, I need to get through the Sumeru and theoretically be up to par with the game and story wise.
You're almost there.
I am. And then there's still a decent amount of like character quests. It looked like there was at least 6 or 7. And then there's all the hangout
there's more
quests.
than 6 or 7. There's like 10.
Yeah, maybe.
And there's a hangout quest which I haven't even done because I did all of Bennett's and I'm like, wow, this was really boring. I mean, it wasn't boring. It was actually kind of interesting getting to see all this stuff, but I was just like,
that's not.
I have to play through the quest. You have to go through it like 4 different times to get the different endings.
That's fair. Oh yeah. Some of them have like 15 endings. Whew.
No, there's I think Noelle and one other character who have had a second round of it, so they have up to I think 11 or 12.
Yeah, I knew something high. But anyways, but yeah, everyone have a good night, and we will see you later.
Also, Friday, come check out Chroma's stream. I will be trying to carry her through the lands between.
Oh, or heck yeah.
That's more to chat or anyone that's actually here.
Yeah. No, that's completely fair. Chroma's amazing. Horn is amazing at that game, and yeah, see how chaotic it's going to be because Chroma's never played a Souls game.
Thought it'd be a good entry into the series.
Oh yeah.
And we'll be using the seamless co-op mod.
Yes, which will be really cool. Anyways, everyone have a good night. Bye-bye.